don't tell Miriam, will you? Spilt something in the kitchen, so I'm just cleaning it up. Won't be a sec. Okay, back with you. Okay, so we have been hearing about meals with Jesus, haven't we? Dinner with Jesus. So we've had, what dinners have we had? So we went to Simon's house, Jesus had dinner there. We had the feeding of the 5,000 on the hillside. And this week, we're going to do another meal with Jesus, but this time it's with someone who Jesus actually knows. It's with people that are his friends. So today is going to be all about these things. Our ears. What do we do with our ears? Listen, don't we? Today is going to be all about listening to Jesus. So in today's Bible story, Jesus visited the house of two sisters, Mary and Martha. Imagine if Jesus was coming to your house, or like the Queen or Jesus, like what would you do? I know that I would want it to be spick and span. I know that I'd want to have food ready so that I could just serve it up. Would you make your bed? Would you put your toys away? Would you be rushing around, dusting the shelves, hoovering the carpet, plumping up all the cushions, getting everything ready? Well, that's what these two ladies were doing. They were getting ready for a visit from Jesus. But when Jesus arrived, the two sisters behaved very differently to each other. So Jesus came and he sat down in their house and he began to teach his friends about God's kingdom, talking to them like he always did, teaching them things about him and about his Father. Now one of the sisters, Mary, she stopped everything she was doing. She put that mop down and she sat down and she listened to Jesus. She sat at his feet really close to him. She wanted to hear every word that he had to say to her. The other sister, Martha, she carried on with her jobs, trying to get the meal ready. And she started to get a little bit annoyed with Mary. I mean, there was stuff to do. So she started to bang about a bit in the kitchen. She probably was trying to make it obvious that she wanted some help. But Mary stayed exactly where she was. If Jesus was talking, she was listening. And in the end, Martha couldn't take it anymore. Martha came to Jesus. Jesus, don't you care? Don't you know what I'm doing? I'm doing everything. Tell her to help me. Jesus said, Martha, Martha, you're worried and upset about lots of things, but few things are needed. In fact, only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen what is better, and that will not be taken away from her. Jesus said that if there is one thing that matters more than anything else, it's the one thing that Mary did, which was listening to Jesus. Martha needed to learn that one thing. When Jesus speaks, we need to listen. We all have lots of things to do, don't we? We all have busy lives. We have school, we have homework, we have clubs, all those fun things. But the most important thing we need to do is listen to Jesus. And maybe you're thinking, how do I hear Jesus? Does he have a loud booming voice that comes from heaven? And I've got some ears here. Do you think these will help me listen to Jesus a little bit more? I'm not sure they will really. Not much better than my own ears, are they? This is how we hear Jesus speak. Here. You know what this is? It's a Bible. God's words are in here. This is how we hear Jesus speak. The Bible is God's word. He speaks to us through his Son Jesus in his every word. So every time you read the Bible, you're listening to Jesus. So are you ready to listen? These aren't going to do much good, but they're a bit of fun, aren't they? This is where you're going to hear God's words. This is how he's going to speak to you. Isn't that amazing that his words are in this book that we can read? So it is really important to be listening to Jesus. It's really important that we're looking at our Bibles and that we're hearing what God's got to say to us, because he has lots to say to us. And I think that's really exciting. Now we're going to do one more dinner with Jesus next week, and then we're going to move on to our Advent series, because what's coming up? Christmas, of course. So we'll look forward to that. So, hope you all had a great week, and we'll see you again next time. Bye.